Hello, this is Hiroshi Hayashi, Hamama City, Japan. This is a kind of English version for English-speaking people about strange light at Ararat. I found a very strange light at Ararat when I was examining around the mountain. And the chapter 2, I would like to talk about the God's war. They had wars between gods. This is a story about it after 17 minutes. And in chapter 3, I like to talk about Zoroastrianism, 35 and 42nd later. And first, I'd like to talk about the very strange light which I found around Mount Ararat, but the light had disappeared in recent Google Earth. This is the story about it. I'm sorry for my poor English, but I try to explain this fact in English, but I don't think I have confidence that I can explain things, strange things, mysterious things in English. Anyway, I will try it. The other day I found a strange light around Ararat, and I thought it was a kind of cloud, but it was not. And this is a light. Can you see the white light which crosses a mountain horizontally? Yes, this is. I thought this was a kind of clouds, but when I saw this clouds from the different angle, some part of this part is very straight when seen from above the high sky. And you can see dot like clouds like this, and it was shining. They were shining from the ground. I found these are light I found around Ararat, and first I thought these are just clouds, kinds of clouds. But now we can not see anything around the mountain. This is a story about it. The light has gone, and I can't find the same light anymore. On August 26, 2013, just yesterday. And this is a photograph taken by Google Earth in June 2013, April 2013, a little bit different, but almost the same, March 2013. On Google Earth, you can see, you can trip to the past, and this is October 2012. Now you make sure that there are no clouds anymore. This is a story about. So I'd like to show you the video I made the other day about the clouds, or the kind of very strange light. Please watch again in my my video number 307. Okay, this is I'll show you just after this. Following this video. This is video number 307, in which I saw strange light around Mount Ararat. Okay. When I was examining the lines and the lines around Ararat, and I tried to draw lines to some directions, but before that I found a very strange light, very strange light around Ararat. This is Mount Ararat. Noah's Ark was where Noah's Ark was found. Whether, I don't know, it was a real one or not, but probably, most possibly, the Noah's Ark was a real one. And this is Mount Ararat. And the Western people know where Mount Ararat is, but few Japanese know where Mount Ararat is. So I had to explain where it is. This is Mount Ararat. Okay? When I was examining this mountain, see, I found a very strange light surrounding Mount Ararat. In the middle of the sort of star mark is the center of the Ararat, the summit of Mount Ararat. So I thought first, as I told you, these were just clouds, very strange shaped clouds. But so strange. It looked so strange to me. So once again, I tried to examine the light around Mount Ararat. Have a look at these clouds-like light. Do you think these are light? I don't think so. Now I don't think so, because so I try to find out what it is. So I close up to the ground. Okay. Whether I wanted to know whether it was a cloud or not. It is clouds or not at that time. But there was nothing here, just light from the ground. So it is strange, isn't it? Nothing is there. Nothing is there. No UFOs, no vehicles, nothing. We can see ground of the mountain. Right? Nothing is there. This is what I wanted you to know. And can you see the horizontal line crossing the Mount Ararat? It looks like them clouds crossing the mountain from the horizontally, but I try to approach the clouds from the side. These are photographs taken by Google Earth. Or can you see the horizontal line? Just a clipping on the surface of the mountain like this. But from the different angle of the photo, see, this light is just straight, very straight. Okay, so strange. Okay, and also there are some dots around the Mount Ararat. Please make sure that this is not a fake. This is a true light I found on the Google Earth. Okay? The light were surrounding the mountain like this in a spiral line. Spiral lines. Is that okay or correct to say in English? Anyway, seeing is believing, so please judge by yourselves what these are. These lights are here. Used to be here. Mount Ararat, but not now anymore. Why? Mount Ararat is full of mysteries. That's what I want to say. Somewhere okay, have a look at the near similar light here at the cross point. Watch this video. Okay, in this video I'd like to prove that my hypothesis is correct or true. Okay, I found a very important cross point in Northwest Asia. This is Northwest point I call. But there are nothing, no ruins, no sort of structures, and no Buddhas, and nothing there. But cross point is there. Egypt is here, Mohenjo-daro is here. But this must be a very, very important cross point. So I try to find there's something. I was sure there must be something here. Because it is a very, very, very important cross point. So I try to find out what there is here. Then I found a very strange sort of a cross point here. This is the cross point Northwest Asia, and here you can see I found this cross point. Nobody knows. Nobody, I don't think, even the people who are living here knows about this cross point. This is it. Have a look at these lines first before you see the light in the middle of the cross point. Okay, this is line from Tonga, Dufan, and this is from line Mohenjo-daro, and this is from Giza. And the this line comes from North Pole. Also, there is a vague line from North Pole. This line comes from North Pole, right? Just I'm showing you where the line comes from. And this is line from Dunfan, China, and this is line come from Mohenjo-daro, Pakistan, and this is line from Giza from Egypt, and this is the cross point. And also this line comes from Lumbini, birthplace of Buddha, and Buddha was born here and raised up here. This is Lumbini, and I draw a line from Lumbini toward the cross point, Northwest Asia, and have a look at this cross point. The line from the top is a line from the North Pole, and can you see the very vague line here, right? Yeah, here. Can you see them? Yes, these are lines from each very important foothold or a sort of basic point from very important ruins. Can you see the lines? Okay, this line comes from Giza, Egypt, and this line comes from Mohenjo-daro, and this kind of line comes from Dunfan or cross point China. Okay, now you see. Okay, at the same angle. Yellow, have a look at this yellow line. Yellow line comes from Giza. Okay, I will show you one by one now. And this line comes from Giza, Egypt. That indicates this cross point shows the direction to each foothold of very important ruins, Dunfan. And please examine by yourself. Here is the longitude and latitudes are shown here. But here is a very mysterious secret here. Before I talk about the secret of this cross point, I'd like to show you another fact. Okay, have a look at this photograph. This is just a park, or just a children's park, which you can see everywhere in the world. This is tree A, and this is tree A. I will show you how these are located. Okay, this is a tree A. Have a look at this photograph. Can you see the difference from other places? Let's just look at your yards at your homes. Nothing special, nothing different from other places. Just normal place, just normal ground. But here you can see the very old line. This is a photograph taken older time. Okay, but this is a newer one. You can see a monument in the middle of the cross point, and also sort of a light which surrounds a park. Okay, here, have a look at this ground. Just normal, just a ground. And here also, but have a look at this part of the park. It's shining, brightly shining. I found it very strange, just like a light. This is not a fake, ladies and gentlemen. I have nothing I did in this photograph. Just as you see is a picture on the Google Earth. It's shining, brightly shining. It is very strange. This is a light, I saw. So I said when I showed you Mount Ararat, I saw you a similar light in a different place. This is a light. Okay? And this is a line. Okay, just keep it in mind that this vertical line shows the direction to Lumbini without an error at all. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, this line will go to Lumbini. This is Lumbini, Buddha's birthplace. So I draw back again toward this mystery circle from Lumbini, where Shaka was born and raised up. This is Lumbini. I drove up the line toward the Mystic Cycle over thousand kilometers. Okay, and now the line comes up here to the mystery circle. Okay, very watch carefully. This line comes up here, and the line cross the road. Okay, the yellow line comes from the bottom. The line just crosses over the roads. That indicate this line shows a direction sharply toward Rubini. Do you think it's coincidence? No, of course not. This is apparently or obviously calculated by someone who could fly over the sky, not by humans or aliens or gods or Buddha, anyone, not else, except humans. Okay, so the vertical line shows the direction very, very sharply to the direction of Lumbini. This is what I wanted you to know. This line is a line to Lumbini. So this line shows each direction to each places. Giza, Mohenjo-daro, and Dunfan, as well as Lumbini, and up to North Pole. And also remember that these 2 points are shining, very strangely shining. What's for? Probably for the alien pilot or a pilot of UFOs. Do you agree with me? Not. It's simply a matter of you whether you accept these facts or not. This planet has been planned or calculated by the people whom you may call extraterrestrial beings or gods of Buddha. This is the end of the story of chapter 2. In the chapter 3, I'll talk about God's wars between gods. This is chapter 3. Gods who disappeared from on this earth. God's wars. Video number 415. All copyright belong to me, so please keep it in mind. No one can use my ideas in any case. Okay, some gods have disappeared from on this earth before humans studied our own history. Where has they gone to? Why? Why has they disappeared? Why? This is a story about it. Then today's story is about this mystery. This is a sort of a map of religion of nowadays. Christianity, Buddhism, Hindu, and yellow one shows the yellow part of this earth shows Hindu. This is a sort of a map of religion of now. Okay, now Zoroastrianism was born here, and I think most possibly by Enki. And Enki brought us to humans a sort of a Shumel culture. Shumel culture. Egypt is here. There's different type of gods here. There's bird head man, animal head man, and these 2 part, Maya and Inca. They got us very similar or the same god. Very bad gods. The god ate human body and drank human blood. And here also in China, they had a god too. This is Sanseitai in Japanese, are sort of but the god disappeared. And also in Greece, ancient Greece. In Japan, this part is called ancient Greece. Anyway, this is ancient Greece. This god also had disappeared, and in in India, they had very strange gods, very strange faced god with nose of elephant or many faces together. Now, back again to God's story, the story God's war. I'd like to talk about the God's war. God made wars between them. Okay, first, I'd like to introduce the history of gods. First, Zoroastrianism was born here, and maybe alien brought Zoroastrianism here. Sumer, sort of a reptile or sort of a very strange face, and Hindu. Also, the god has got a very strange face, and also in China, also he's got a very strange face, and Greece. I don't think I just Greece is not here in the show. Anyway, I'll talk about it in Egypt, and also these are sort of very strange gods. Hindu is here, and another aliens, good aliens brought good sort of teaching to on this earth, but Hindu came up again, and Christianity was born, and Islam was born. In a sense, these are good gods, except Hindu gods. So I classified these gods into two groups. One is bad aliens, Zoroastrians and Nanki, and Hindu. Ancient Egypt. They use human beings as slaves. Sometimes they ate humans as their food, for their food. I don't think it's as to the ancient Greece gods of in ancient Greece. I can't say that the gods were good one or bad one. It's very hard to say. Anyway, these gods are sort of bad gods or bad aliens. They treated human beings as slaves, and they taught us nothing. But Buddha was born, and another good alien came up to on this earth, and they brought us a good sort of a thought, and Christianity and Islam. These are good gods. Okay. But I'm not sure about gods in ancient Greece, whether they are good ones or bad ones. And between them, there was a war, very severe war, or nuclear wars. How about I get this? They fought to each other in ancient times. Bad aliens against good aliens against bad aliens. Here is one of the evidence or the part of the place they fought wars in Sinai or in Ararat, and also as well as in Australia or as everywhere in the world. Of course, in Mohenjo-daro, Pakistan. This is the Sinai Peninsula, and I'm sure there was a war here at Sinai Peninsula between good aliens and bad aliens. Aliens are gods, gods are aliens. I'm not sure, but they fought against each other. And at this moment, very fortunately, good gods dominate or are superior to bad aliens. And this is a story about it in Japanese, so excuse me, I cut it off. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again next time. Bye. Thank you very much for watching. Hello, this is chapter 3. Who is the God of gods? Today, mystery I would like to talk about Zoroastrianism. Right. Sorry. This is a very important story for human beings in Japanese Zoroastrianism. And this is a story about it. And this is Japanese. Here is a story about Zoroastrianism. 皆さんこんにちは。 The oldest religion on this planet is Zoroastrianism, is quite sure, or in ancient Persia. Is it created by aliens or by humans, by ourselves? This is the Giza, and Mount Elbrus is a sort of a hottest mountain for Zoroastrianism. And the angle between them is 30 degrees against the North Pole. Summit of Mount Elbrus. And this line comes from the Giza, Egypt, at the angle of 30.00 sharp degrees. This is very important. And it's the hottest mountain for Zoroastrianism. Sort of Mecca for that religion. This is it. This is part of it. I don't know where it is. And from North Pole, this is North Pole, and right to the right, it will go, the line, blue line will go to the East Pole, and the line on the left side will go to West Pole. Also, very important major foothold on this earth. And the line from the North Pole at the angle of 90 comes up here, 90.00 degrees comes up here. This line comes from North Pole at the angle of 90.00 degrees toward south. The line is here. So, I draw a line towards Nazca. If Mount Elbrus is a very important part of the football, there should be a line in Nazca, and we can find this line in Nazca. This is a very important line for Zoroastrianism. Okay, very old and very straight and very wide. This indicates that Mount Elbrus used to be a very important part of the football for aliens. Also, aliens who controls the Nazca. This is the line. Now you see, you can find the same line on Nazca. Also, there is another sort of most secret place named Yazudu. This is a town named Yazudu, okay? Also, it's a sort of Mecca for Zoroastrianism. You can find a sort of Tower of Silence here. Two towers of silence on the left side, on the right side too, but I chose one this year. Yazudu. This is it. Tower of Silence, Yazudu. So I draw a line toward Nazca again to examine whether this is a very important foothold for aliens. Can you see the line, very fine line here, right? Very fine line. Okay, see. This line is very, very long, about 1.1 kilometers. Have a look at it very carefully. Fine line here, right? The fine line from the Yazudu runs together with this line in Nazca. Can you see a fine line here? This indicates that this fine line, straight line, shows the direction sharply to the place of Yazudu. Okay? You agree? This line comes from Yazudu. So, draw a line from Yazudu towards Nazca. You can find the same line. And this line also shows the direction to Yazudu. This is the Tower of Silence and Giza, and upward to Mount Elbrus, the summit of the Mount Elbrus. The angle between them nearly, almost 90 degrees, or 91 degrees. I don't know whether this is an important part of the story or not, but this is a tower in Yazudu, but this tower reminds me of another tower in Mohenjo-daro. This is a tower in Mohenjo-daro. I found that these are very similar to each other.
いわゆる、
Don't you think so?
今言いました Tower of Silence のミニチュア
Upper
版
one
のよ
is
うな感じがするん
Yazdu
ですね。
and lower down
ということは、
right down is
というところはですね、
one in Mohenjo-daro.
破壊される前はゾロアスター教の聖地
Mohenjo-daro
ではな
used
か
to
った
be,
か、あるいは
I'm
聖地の
sure
一
it
つではな
used
か
to
っ
be
た
a
かと
very
私は考えるわけです。
important
もちろん
sacred place for Zoroastrianism.
今言ったモヘンジョダロは
And
ですね、
Mohenjo-daro was
攻撃を受けて
destroyed
崩
for
壊
some
ですよね。
reason by other aliens.
中心部には
And
ガ
the
ラス化した
people in Mohenjo-daro
いわゆる
refugeed
が
to
遂げられるようなもの
Cappadocia.
があります。で、こう
I'll
やって
show
考
the
えてみますと
evidence.
ですね、ゾロアスター教とモヘンジョダロ、そしてヤズドの関係がわかるわけですけども、最後にね、
And also
ゾロアスター教
Yazdu,
で
you can
まあ
find the
今ゾロアスタ
oldest
ー教の
temple
教会が残っているのは非常に少ないんですよね。
Zoroastrianism.
でもその中でもヤズドに一番近いところにある
Pir
ナ
Naraki is
ラ
that.
キというところ
Is
ですかね
this.
ここに
This is a temple,
一つ
the oldest
ゾロ
temple,
アスター
as
教
far
の
as I know,
教会を見つけましたので
the oldest temple
皆さん
for
このゾロアス
Zoroastrianism.
ター教の教会というのは後のイスラム教の教会に
This is
ちょっ
the
とどこか
temple.
似てると言いますかね。
But this
期間
temple
まあエリアで
looks
期間
like
によ
a
って数学の
temples or
塊の一つです
shrines
から
of
期間模様
Christianity
が大好きなんですね。
and
イスラム
Islam.
年中数学の図形問題を
So
解いて
this is a kind of basic model of church or
これがゾロアスター
churches
教の今
or
残っている
temples
まあ
for
珍しい大変珍しい
Christianity
ゾロアスター教の教
as
会
well
だ
as
そうですね。
Islam.
こういう教会だったんですね。
Don't you think so? Just I think
これ
so.
がね、十字のマークになっているのはちょっと
This is
こう
my
面白いな
hypothesis.
と思いましたね。で、天井は
This is
イスラム教とそ
the
っくりですね。
inside of
で、こういう
the
8つの窓で
temple or
天井が仕切られてい
shrine
ると
of
これがゾロアスター
Zoroastrianism.
教の、教会です。どこか後のイスラム教あるいはキリスト教の教会と似ているなと、そういう感
And
じを持ち
yes,
ました。
in the following
で
video, I would like
次
to
にですね
explain
モヘン
about
ジョダ
the
ロ
strange
と
connection
カパドキアの
between
不思議な
Mohenjo-daro
関係
and
について
Cappadocia.
話したいと思います。
I said
ゾロアスタ
people
ー教とは
in
関係ありませんけど
Mohenjo-daro refugeed
ゾロアスター教
to
と
Cappadocia
モヘンジョダロ
when the
が
war
ほぼ結びついたというか、
broke
ま
out.
だいろんな証拠を集めてみないと分かりませんけど
This
も
is a very old video which I
モヘン
made
ジョダロとカパドキアモヘンジョダロは攻
September
撃を受けて
2012 last year.
多民族の襲
Just
撃を
one
受けて
year
滅んだと
ago,
いう
so
学者の先生を教えてますが
not
じゃあお聞
accurate.
きしますが
No, I mean,
どうしてじゃあ
sort of
その侵略してきた多
I
民
mean,
族はもう
very
モヘン
hard
ジョ
for
ダロ
you
に住まなかっ
to
たんですか今に至るま
understand
で
me.
シノ
Anyway,
カという名前が付けられてモヘンジョダロっていうのはそういう
Here
意味
in
なんで
this
すね
story, I'll
シノ
show
カ
you
という意味なんですけど
how they are
誰も
connected
住ん
to
で
each
ないことは
other. This is
謎なんですよね
Mohenjo-daro
そうでしょ
and
多民族の襲撃
this is
皆さんその
Mohenjo-daro.
国に住ん
And
だ
in the middle of the Mohenjo-daro, you can see
国
the
に住みません
tower.
かまあいいです
And this is
モヘン
Mohenjo-daro.
ジョダロ
This
で
is
す
a
ね
key
で
point
このモヘンジ
or
ョダ
sort
ロ
of
から
a
ですねカ
basic
パドキアに
point
線を引いてますね
in
これは
Mohenjo-daro and Giza.
でね、ここで注意したいのは、特に角度が
And I chose the second
非常に
pyramid in
重要だ
Giza.
ったから角度を丁寧に
And Mohenjo-daro is
ここは
here.
モヘンジョダロです。
And
ここは
Cappadocia
カパドキア
is
なんです
here.
ね。で、その間の角度を正確に測ってみたんですよね。カパドキアね、
But
かなり広いですから
Cappadocia is sort of located in a widely spread. I mean, very
で
wide.
すかね、Google で最
So
出てくるところ
I
まあ
I
見たんですけども
measure the
こうい
angle
うふうに
between
角度
them
が出てくる
very
んですけども
precisely.
これが驚くこと
The
の
angle is 17.14 and
でややこ
59.24.
うずれるわけです。で
But
私は
why
どう
not
してこれ60度なのかなと思ったんですよね。
So I draw a line
この
from
ビデオを作ってる時には
Mohenjo-daro sharply at the angle of 60.00 degrees toward Mohenjo-daro.
ですからそこでね、
This line is the line
あえて
I draw at the angle of 60
別の線を
against
引いてみま
North
した。
Pole.
この下の緑の線がそうなん
60.00
ですね
degrees. The line
これが
comes up here.
The
blue one.
数字が違う。
Okay,
本当
I
の
have
ところさ
I try
あるん
to
ですけど
find
も
out
これは
the
緑の線が
photographs
下が
from the Googlerers,
引いて
and I
これ
found
これ
this
これ
tower
です
too
ねこれがですね
which is very similar to the tower
あったんですね。
in Mohenjo-daro.
30度でしたかね。きちんと
Of course,
そして
underground tunnels
地
everywhere.
下地下道
Cappadocia
地下室がありました。さっきの今の山と、でからモヘンジョダロの塔と似てる
So,
と思います
in the war between
やっぱり
Gas,
この
people in
関連性が非常に
Mohenjo-daro
強く疑われるわけであります
escaped or refugeed.
これカッパドキアですね。
So how do you say that?
で、60度、上から
went
北から
away
60度
from
の線で引いてきたのが
Mohenjo-daro
こ
to
の
Cappadocia.
そのちょうど線の上にあるというところが私ね、
This is my
偶
idea.
然ではないと思うんですよ。 要するにその
North Pole
モヘンジョダロが攻撃された時にですね、
and Mohenjo-Daro
モヘンジョダロの人たちはカッパドキア
and
に
Giza
逃げたわけですよね。
Cappadocia
でこれについてですね、オーストラ
at
リア
the
の
angle of
学者の先生が
60.00
調べて
degrees.
くれましたところ、
6.00 degrees. You can draw a line from Mohenjo-Daro from and you will find also the same tower in
また
Cappadocia.
調べてみましたらです
They
ね、
say
カッパドキアでは4回も5回
Mohenjo-Daro
も
was
民族に
attacked
侵略
with nuclear
を受けてです
weapons.
ね、その都度民族が入れ替わってるんですよね。
And they say
単
Cappadocia
一民
is
族
a
がそ
kind
のまま
of
ずっとい
city
た
or
というわけじゃない
towns
んです。
of
ですから
as
言葉が違う
nuclear shelter.
まあ一番最後にはキリスト教徒が
nuclear
まあ
shelter
逃げて
city.
そこに避難をしたというので、
Both are connected
教
to
会
each
キリス
other.
ト教の教会としても使われてますよね。まあ、しかしその前にもうカッパドキアあるわけですか
But
ら。
one thing is very clear is that
その説明
both
は
are
おかしいと思います そ
cities
してま
are
あ、この
connected
60度
with
の
a
線
very
もね、
strange
緑の線もそうですけども、
angles and lines.
引いてみますと、これがですね、
And that is why
赤い線でややずれてますけど、
only
左上
few
がカッパ
dead body or
右下が
bones
カッ
are
パドキアなんです
found
け
in
ども、
Mohenjo-Daro
やっぱり
because
よく見てる
people
ん
in
ですよね。
Mohenjo-Daro
そしてさっ
escaped
きの
from
ですね、
Mohenjo-Daro before the war.
Tower of Silence、沈黙の塔と比べてみてください。
And gods fought
いわゆるゾロアストラ
against
教
each
と
other
深く
and destroyed
関わっていたということが、
Mohenjo-Daro.
まあこれで疑われてこれだけを
Mohenjo-Daro
証拠とするわけにはいきませんけども、北極から60度のこの線、左の線行くと今言ったそのカッパドキアの塔があるということですね。
This is a sort of a summary
で、まあカッパドキア、
paper.
モヘンジョダロ、そして
I wrote. I say thank you very much for your
そ
watching.
して
And this is a story about
ゾロアストラ教
Cappadocia.
との深い関係、でギザとの関係、そして
Cappadocia is a sort of a, is
Mount
located in a very
Elbrus も
strange
それ
place.
から
This is Cappadocia.
Tower of Silence もナスカにはきちんとした線があると。しかもその Tower of Silence を示す線はですね、1.1太い線もあるんですけど、極めて細い線でですね、麻星学に寸分のエラーもなく、
Yes.
その
Some people say,
場所を示すということはですね、
It's a sort of a
ナスカが
nuclear shelter
その場所を非常に重要視していたということがこれでわかるわけですよね。まあ、カッパドキア、テオティワカン
Easy to find the way
まあ
to
古代のハブエアポー
Cappadocia.
ト
This is Teotihuacan
古代
International
の
Harbor
エリアの
Airport
パイ
for
ロットたち
Asian
がここから世界へ
pilots.
と散っていったわけであります。最初は直接ルートを使ったんですけども、後にな
Hub
ればなるほ
Airport.
ど北極ルートを
This is
使
a
うよう
line
になるんですね
between West Pole
ここ
and
がクロスポイント、ウエストです。
up to
現在ウェストポールと私は呼んでおります。
Teotihuacan. And this is
まあこ
the
の
West
国内
Point,
重要な
West
拠
Pole,
点なん
I
ですよ
call
ね。
now.
拠点というか
This is
ベーシック
North
ポイン
Pole
トですね。基準点ですね。
and equator.
赤道です。
The angle between them is 30,
エブベリー、
and 30.
近くにストーンヘンジがあります。
This
この
line
時
will
は
go
ストーンヘン
to,
ジにして
as a matter of
30
fact,
点
to
ちょっと超えるんですよ
Avery
ね。で、エブベリーにすると
as well as
正確に
Stonehenge.
30度になるもんですから、
and 30
最近はエ
degrees
ブベ
to
リーを使うよう
Stonehenge
に
and
しております
60 degrees
30
to
ストーンヘンジ
Giza.
まあこれきちんとこう30、60
Egypt.
っていう数字が120、まあ60って場合逆に
And
120
Stonehenge is here.
そういった数字がこう
And line from Teotihuacan to
ここが
Mohenjo-Daro.
とずっとこことモヘンジョダ
Giza is here.
今示してるわけですね。
This
今
line
テ
comes
オティワカンからモヘンジョダロテオティワカンの参道はまあ
Cross
モヘン
point
ジョダロを示しています
via
ここに
yeah. This is another important cross point in Europe, North Europe.
これはクロスポイントノースウェストと
And the angle between them is
ノースウェスト
120.
エイジアと呼んでおります。
120
で、こ
means
こに
very
120
important
度の線で
for
引けるんだ
aliens,
ギザが引けるんだと
as I have told you
この
many,
線も
many
テンポイン
times
ト
in the
近く調
past.
べてみたいと思います。
And here is a Cappadocia
北方アジアのね
between the cross point Europe, North Europe, and
基準
Giza.
点ですね。
So easy to find out
でここにカッパ
Cappadocia.
ドキアがある。やや誤差があります。
Cappadocia is
カッパドキア
located
広い
here.
です。幅が
Very
2 3
mathematically
キロに
or
これ誤差が
very
12キロありますけ
geographically
ども
calculated.
かなり広い範囲に
The error is only
12
kilometers.
でもここにありますよということを今示しているんです。この上に
Of course,
ちょうど
you may
中心に
come
ありますこのク
to
ロスポイントは
Cappadocia directly from Teotihuacan.
テオティワカン
This is a line from Teotihuacan to Mohenjo-Daro.
とそれからストーンヘンジ
And Stonehenge is
と
here.
エブベリーですけどね。それから向こう行くと、まあ、日本
Cappadocia
にも
is
関係あるんですけども、下へ行くとカッパドキアだと。
120 degrees
この角度
also.
が119度、すなわち
At
120度
North Pole, North
こういうふうに
cross
この
point.
クロスポイントで
North Europe
120
cross point.
アメリカ、まあいいです。余計なこと話しますわ。
So
皆さん
from the North Pole, I draw a line to here.
まあ
Sometimes, often they use a sort of a North Pole route when to come when they come to newer sort of a foothold on Earth.
まあこのようにクロスポイントっていうのは一つの基準
Almost 90 degrees,
けど
but
も
not 9 degrees. But why? I don't know. So another line from North Pole I draw.
まあ、この時はいろいろ迷いなが
Here.
ら北極
I draw a line also from the North Pole up to North Europe cross point.
9度っていう
And the angle is 150
まあ
near it.
150度っていうのは30度の5倍だってことで、まあ、
This is most possibly. So there's some route to
エイリアンの地図で考えますと
Cappadocia.
関係があるということ
Not a single one.
わけですけどね。バーミヤンはここにある。
Does
バーミヤンは非常
indicate
に
that
わかりやすい
Cappadocia
ですよ
used to be a very important foothold for aliens.
これがテオティワカンからモヘンジョダロ
This is a line from Teotihuacan to Mohenjo-daro and Stonehenge of Ave Valley to
ストーンヘンジ、まあ、エイブエリ
So
からですと
these
こう
part
ここへ
of
来て
the
クロスポイント
Europe,
が来て
North Europe,
逆に
have
Everywhere
been
is
calculated
なるかもしれないですね。
mathematically very precisely.
そういうことになります。
Or
ちょっと
these are sort of a
あそうですね
design or sort of
20度になるかもしれない
sort of a design
で彼は
designed by aliens.
初めはね、釈迦キリスト
Because they
が生まれるま
wanted
で
to
は
know
です
where
ね
it
直
is
接ルー
very
トを使って
easily.
たんですけども、それからまあ
Or
テオティワカンから北極ルートを
It's
北極を経由して
coordinate with the
世界へ知っていったと。もちろん両方使う場合もありますね。例えばまあ日本なんかは2つのルートで来てたんです。
This is
これ
the
は
Japan route.
北極から
Japan
日本
route.
にルート
Cross
を
point
すると
Japan,
鹿児
you
島
can
を
see.
直撃するんですね。
North
東
to
いわゆる東極的に
Nintoku
東の
to Main
イーストポール、
150
イーストポールを通るわけです。東極って言うんですけど、まあ私はそういうふうに呼んでおります。まあこういうふうにまあ
Doing fine.
角度をいろいろ皆さんにお見せして、
North Pole from North
こうした
Pole
拠点行くときには特に重要な拠
from
点行く時に
Teotihuacan
は
to
きちんと
Dunfan.
した角度で報
They
告
use
が
a,
なってい
I
るということを
say they use a sort of a North Pole
でも
route
比較的新しいということ
to
は
each
まあ釈迦生まれる
foothold after
誕生あ
some
れ
year
仏教が生まれるキリスト
around
教がキリスト教が生まれる頃になりますともう北極ルー
Buddha
ト
was
ですね
born
テオティワカンだけ
and
で
raised
は
up.
もう処理できなくなったんじゃないかと思うんです。
So I'm showing another
ナスカ
example.
からコシ
This
タマ
is
ジ
South
みたいに
America,
コシタマ
Teotihuacan.
ジですね、引きますと面白いことがわかりますよ。
And
時間が
Teotihuacan
かか
is
って
here upside down.
で、ここに
Teotihuacan.
テオティワカンがあると。この頃は
In this video, I
まだね
I like
ちょ
to
っ
you
と
to
ね
know it's a bit boring for you,
大
I'm
変初期
sure,
の作品で
but
すか
I
ら
like you to know that
Teotihuacan
this whole word
ハ
or
ブ語だということ
sort of each sort of a foothold or sort of ruins now are
これがですね、
had
今
been
の参道がで
calculated
すね、
uh,
まっすぐ
very
とモヘンジョダロへ
mathematically
と向かっているということが
or
発見してからは、
very geographically.
テオティワカンってのは非常に重要だと。そしてテオテ
This
ィ
is
ワ
what
カ
I
ンの
want
参
you
道は
to
ね、
know.
死者の大通りと言われているんですよね。その死者の大通りをまっすぐ
Mohenjo-daro used to be a very important part of the world for
関
Teotihuacan
係がある
because
かないか。
Teotihuacan,
当然あると考える
so the
自然
front
ですね。
approach of the Teotihuacan shows
で、
direction
釈迦
to
滅後は
Mohenjo-daro
モヘンジョダロさえ
directly.
北
So
極
draw a
ルートを
line
使う
from
バーミヤン
Teotihuacan
その途中
along
にバ
with
ーミヤンですね。
front approach.
バーミヤン
The line will take you to Mohenjo-daro.
当
Also,
初は
Bamiyan is
仏教で
here.
は仏を作らなかったんですけどね、紀元後に入っ
The
て
area is only 19
突如
kilometers.
仏像をあちこちに作るようになって、その威厳によって人々を支配しようと考えるようになったわけであります。
So, Bamiyan is also on
で
the
バーミ
way
ヤンも
from
北
North
極
Pole
と
to
モヘンジョダロ途
Mohenjo-daro.
中にあると。バーミヤンには非常に不思議な湖が2つありますね。明らかに人工
So, very much
人工的に作ら
calculated,
れ
I
たダム
say.
ですね。まあ、どちらにせよどうであれ
Through these
カ
my
ッパドキアは
videos
まあ
in the
随
cities,
分こう遠回
I
りな
have shown you
説明をしま
these
したね
facts.
今はもうこんな遠回りの説明しませんが、当時はです
I
ね、
mean,
まだ半身
The ruler of this earth
君は
is
都
not
合のいいね、恣意的
human
な
beings,
その説明をしているだけだっていう
but
批判がね
aliens
もう
who
毎
could
日のように
fly
あったんですね
and who could see
です
the
から
earth
まあそれに
from
つ
the
いて
space.
まあ反論するという意味も込めましてね、こうした
And this is the last story I can tell you. This is Bamiyan.
ですね。
Also, in the
こういう
Bamiyan, you
必ず
can find a
こうトンネル
very
がある
strange
のが不思議です
underground
ね。
tunnel.
そしてこの人
and,
工的に
uh,
明らかに
very
人工的に
strange
削った
slope.
山、オリンポス山もこういうのがありましたね。
And this is a water dam.
明らかに人工的なダムです。これはね、なぜ人工的かというとですね、いくつか理由があるんですけども、このロックスがですね、よく見るとね、
Rocks,
色の質が違うんですよね。しかも非常に巨大なんです。遠くに右の方に小さい人間が見えますか？ビルにしたら20
So
階
Bamiyan
まではないん
itself
です
is
けど
wrapped with
それに匹敵
mysteries.
するぐらい高いダムで。
Please
そして
watch
水平面
another
の表面はですね
video I
真っ平ら
made
なんですね。
about
ま
the
るで水
Bamiyan
平状に
mystery of the
飛び交う
Bamiyan,
ようにで、
which
それが
which
出てき
would
ま
be
して
very interesting for you.
まあこうしてダム、これが2つあるんですね。
This is a summary
バーミヤンというと仏像だけに皆さん注目なさっておられますけども、このダムもあるということをどうか忘れない。ということで、
very sorry because
それからも
English is
そ
very
れ
hard.
から ゾロアスター教の関係について
So language for me.
今日は
Thank you very much for watching and see you again next time. Bye. Thank you
And
very
see you again
much.
next
Thank you
time.
very much.
Bye.